Imagine a line drawn on a map. For most of us, it is a symbol of identity and sovereignty. But for a soldier crossing it, that line on the map is a razor's edge between defense and provocation. A very pleasant afternoon to one and all present here. Respectable members of the jury, the esteemed teachers from various colleges, and my dear friends. I, Janvi Patania, from Government Degree College Dharamshala, stand over here to present my deliberations on the topic, military operations across border, a security imperative or a risk. Well, this is not a question of absolutes, but of nuance and consequence. The arguments for such operations are clearly built on the stark realities of modern threats. Terrorism, cyber attacks, and illicit networks do not respect the borders. They fester in non-governed areas. Plotting chaos from the shadows. And to wait for these threats to strike in our home soil is neither strategy nor prudence, but surrender and paralysis. Consider Operation Neptune Spear 2011, when the US Navy SEALs crossed into Pakistan to eliminate Osama bin Laden because it was an imperative to deliver justice and to neutralize a growing global threat. We in India are no strangers to this calculus. The 2016 surgical strikes across the line of control were framed as a doctrine of preemptive self-defense. The message was straight, that every nation has the ultimate right to proactively dismantle terrorist infrastructure wherever it may be, if it threatens its citizens. In the age of asymmetric warfare, sometimes to protect the peace within, one must pursue the enemy without. But cross-border interventions are a gamble. The moment a nation unilaterally crosses a border, it steps onto a treacherous geopolitical chessboard where every move can have devastating consequences. Launched on the premise of security threat, the 2003 invasion of Iraq, though toppled a dictator, unleashed a sectarian storm and sparked the extremist resurgence of the ISIS. The Brown University reports elucidate that cross-border interventions have caused the death of nearly 9 million individuals and has costed nearly $8 trillion. Well, every incursion, no matter how justified, risks turning into a quagmire, a violation of the international law that erodes diplomatic peace. So, what do we choose? The risk or the imperative? Well, the complexities of the world today have pushed us onto the crossroads. Today, the real challenge is not in a nation's capacity to act, but in its sagacity to discern when action is indispensable and when restraint is supreme. It requires unimpeachable intelligence and a profound understanding of the fact that sovereignty, once disrupted, is a Pandora's box nearly impossible to close. Today, nearly impossible to close. Every strike, no matter for what reason it is, if it kills a civilian, it creates a martyr and a cycle of vengeance. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, I'd like to quote, "An eye for an eye will blind the world." And therefore, to cross that line on the map must be the absolute last resort that is guided not by the bravado, but by a heavy and solemn sense of necessity. Thank you very much.